What up, my name is Brad, welcome back to Dragon Ball Legends. Today we're taking a look at my top 5 Sparkings, and then I always like to have one who's just there but he just didn't quite make the list because I like to round it out fully, you know, it's like this is where I started, this is where I ended. If you enjoy Dragon Ball Legends content, make sure you go down below, subscribe to the channel, it's greatly appreciated. Like the video if you like the video, dislike the video if you dislike the video. Make sure you leave me a comment, let me know, do you use Apple, do you use Android, because I do a giveaway every other single week. Every other Sunday. So I gave mine away on the 4th, a gift card, $10 to either one of those two stores. On the 4th, the next one will be on like the 18th. So keep an eye out for that. You gotta be sub to the channel, leave me a comment, let me know what you use, and like the video. Let's get into it. Alright, so starting out with honorable mention, it is Mr. Satan, Hercule. Because he fits so nicely on so many teams because he gives that extra super attack card. I would go through and show you his stats. Really nothing to look at. I'm gonna be real frank with you. Really nothing to look at. His defense is okay. Really not that bad. Key restore speed is fine. No issues. Critical, not a big deal. But right there, where he holds that super attack card, it comes in so clutch. And being a defense type, it is kind of nice. He does have okay HP. But his real gimmick is where he gets down to 0 HP. Boom, he's still alive. Fantastic. Premature Victory Declaration. Busted. Destroys all your own and enemy arts cards. So every single card that they're holding and you're holding, gone. So you partner him with Dabura, he can just pop this over and over again, get rid of all this stuff. So if they just drew their super arts card, or if they're like Gohan, Gogeta, any of those ones that draw the secondary card and then do their overall attacking with their special attack, nope, you're dropping that. It's actually crazy busted. Tons and tons of fun. You just have to know how to use them and get the hell out when you can't use them. Him and Dabura partner well because of Dabura's paralyzed option on his blast attacks. It's fantastic. You know, you just throw a little blast attack at him. Boom, they're paralyzed. It only costs 9. It's great. Really solid team. Take a look at his ability. Nothing crazy, but -3 to special arts. It does mean more than you would think it would, because by the time you gain your key back, that extra 6 really does come in clutch. Doesn't seem like it would, but it helps out. It's a trick. Way better than you would think. It's way better. So if you're facing like a Super Vegeta, right? Let's say you locked in a Super Vegeta with Bardock, switched out to your Hercule, and then you pop this ability. What's he gonna really do? I mean, he's gonna hit you with blast attack, with strike attacks, but he's got weaker strike attack. You have type resistance. Like you can manhandle a Super Vegeta with that kind of stuff, and I really think that's cool. Champion's Call. After being hit, your remaining health is below 30%. Champion Call breaks out. The following effects activate until a character is defeated. Plus 20% to allies' inflicted damage. 30% to allies' key restoration speed. So basically, when you go down to 0, boom, you pop back up, and then your allies get this. You want to swap out at that point, so you get this in like additional damage, which is crazy. Until the character is defeated. He's such a good unit. Like you guys are all sleeping on him. I promise you, you're all sleeping on him. And then endurance, oh there you go, restores own health by 20% only once when it reaches. So after being hit, if remaining health is below 30%. Okay, I feel it. I got those two mixed up, sorry about that. So basically, if you take a hit, health is below 30%. Yeah. Okay, so that's what I thought. So if it's between 30% and 0%, then yeah, then you get those. So you want to swap out. And then the best part is then you can save him to take the Rising Rush hit and he'll live it. Come back in. It's actually wild and crazy busted. Really good. That's why you want to swap him in on a yellow unit so he takes very minimal damage to get below that 30%. Get him the hell out of there. Throw him in for a Rising Rush. He takes it, he lives. It's crazy fun. I'm going to cover our number 5 slot very fast. It's Gogeta and Janemba. Because I could not pick who to put because I like playing with Gogeta so much because it's Gogeta. And he's fun how he plays and he hits so hard. But then I have technically more fun with Janemba because it's more technical and you have to actually think about it and do your counter at the right moment. Obviously, Gogeta has a counter, but it's not as good, so I don't really count it the same way. You got to really play with it. I'm not going to go through their stats because I think you guys know a pretty good breakdown on them. They are fantastic units. I think you got a slash, yeah. Oh, sorry, I got a slash a couple times. Yo, slash. There you go. They are fantastic units. Overall, I think I do like Gogeta more, or Janemba more. But it's not by enough to put them on a different spot than 5 together. So I've said it before, and I'll say it again. The reason I like Super Vegeta, he's our number 3 pick. Number 4 pick. Not number 3. Our number 4 pick. And the reason I like Super Vegeta is because when he got announced, I really wasn't that hype. I was like, okay, you know, that's a weird one. I barely remember them from the anime. Then it came out and I was like, dude, this dude's a monster. Went back and watched it and I was like, oh, this is like douchey Vegeta. I feel it. Like, this is the Vegeta that's like, I can take on the world. And I was like, well, no, you can't. But it's funny they made Cell with proper type advantage. I do like that. Balloon's blast attack, 61k. It's only 4-star. So you can start hitting 65,000 with him. It's crazy. Where him and Trunks really, really shine is their swap in. I don't know what it is. Intimidate. So inflict attribute downgrades plus 20% to blast damage received. So he just gives you an additional, you take 20% more. That's crazy. Some of the older Sparkings before them like had to actually click their ability to get that additional damage. He just comes in, same with Trunks. It's wild. Pride blast attack up. So this is a really, really good one. So the longer he's on the field, the more damage he does. So 5 counts plus 40%, 10 counts plus 60%, 15 counts plus 70%. That to me is wild. And then yeah, it resets every time you switch out. But that's crazy. So if you don't start attacking him right when he comes in, like say you're a good Super Vegeta player and you switch real quick, you know, you switch into type advantage, get a nice little combo off before they can fully swap, and you get to your 10 counts. That is wild damage. 60% extra is a lot. Yeah, that would even put a dent in Gogeta. Like, it's actually crazy. If you're 398 with the proper equipment. Vegeta doesn't have very good blast equipment, but that's not really an issue, honestly. Taking a look, what is his... Yeah, that's right, okay, yeah. Final Chase, kicks him in the nuts. It's awesome. That's me. I don't know what else to tell you. That's the best part about it. He obviously has Final Flash, Final Chase, unlock form of attack, plus 15% blast damage, minus 5 to blast arts as well, so it goes down to 24, plus an additional damage. Great. HP, that was the one I was thinking. Sorry, my brain just was like, what am I thinking about? Ridiculous HP. Almost 630,000 on this kind of offensive unit and good defenses. Super Vegeta is one that needs to be on a lot of Saiyan teams because he's so good. And I see him everywhere for a reason. A solid team is It Goku, Bardock, and him. It Goku's not as good as he was because everybody knows what he's going to do. It's still phenomenal. Okay, I think this one's going to be a shocker at number 3. So this is Super Saiyan Vegeta. And he's essentially the same kind of thing. When him and Trunks came out and they both got announced as red, I was like, it's kind of lame. But then, you know, you have one hybrid and you have one Saiyan. It wasn't like they can be run on the same team. Wasn't a big deal. And he does boost up every red unit phenomenally. The real thing that shines for him, with me at least, is his unlocked form of life. So restores own health by 15% with his green card. And then you got Big Bang Attack. I actually made a video that kind of popped off for a minute there about how he was my favorite Sparking. And he's up there now, but he's been pushed back a tiny bit. You'll see by what units. I think number 2 is going to get you more than number 1. But fantastic unit. I have no complaints over it. Big Bang does great. Makes him receive more. Another super solid ability. Not that. Stop. Is his Pure Evil. Minus 15% to own Strike Arts cost for 10 counts. So you just go down to like 4. Like, it's ridiculous. It's actually crazy. So I don't know what's going to happen if we go any further in the Soul Tree. Are they going to go down to 3? And it's going to cost 12 for him to get an entire turn off? I don't know. It already only cost 16. My gosh. I've recorded like 7 videos in a row, so I apologize. Plus 24%, well, that's obviously the percentage based on how many you've pulled. To red-based strike, attack, and defense, he's perfect for backing up Gogeta. Phenomenal, amazing way to back up Gogeta. It's a big percentage as well. He runs nicely on a lot of teams. I like him with Dabura because he gets that green ability boost, but I like Dabura on like everybody, so it doesn't really matter. Strike attack up, 20% damage to strike. Fantastic. Really good unit. He has maintained for me in my top 5. He's not my top 1 anymore, but definitely in my top 5. Number 2 is where I shock you. I told you. Dabura. And so he's the same case as Super Vegeta. You know, I pulled him and I was like, God damn it. You know what I mean? It's like, I was like, I just want Gotenks. And then I pulled another Dabura and I was like, you son of a gun, leave me alone. And then I started slapping him on every team that I have. And I was like, dude, Dabura's phenomenal. What makes him phenomenal is he's not locked into teams. So he's got fantastic stats without even boosting him. 59, 53, 38, 38. Great key restore, great critical. Amazing. On top of that, he can attach that paralyzed card to one of your blast attacks. It really messes people up. It gives you a green card. There's just so many positives to this unit. He's blue, which is super, super dope. I'm so down. 570,000 health. Nice in bulk, not anything crazy, but it's enough bulk. He has another chance to paralyze with this guy, 30% chance, which is also crazy. Meditation, restores zone ki by 30, reduces next damage sustained by 10%. Doesn't seem like a lot, but sometimes it's enough to help you live. Swap on out of there, lock somebody down with Bardock, whatever else. Plus 10% to own special arts per use, so that does kind of suck. Your special arts goes up to, like, it's the same thing as like 17, it goes from 9 to 19 to 29. It does kind of suck, don't get me wrong, but it's funny to meditate in front of people while they're attacking me. I like that. I do like that a lot. Fantastic Z ability for such a good sparking. Base, strike attack, and blast during battle, plus whatever percentage. 22 for mine because it's 3-star. Fantastic ability. On top of Demon King's protection, so he does full on, you can't nullify him when he swaps in. So it applies buff effect, nullify 3 attribute, downgrades to self. Well, whenever you pop your main ability, he no longer has those bad attributes. Same with his allies. He gets rid of 1 for them, 3 for himself. I don't know. Fantastic. I could talk all day about Dabura and what makes him so good. Stone Spit, right when he swaps in, locks one of their cards for 10 seconds. 10 counts, whatever you want to call it. I think it's closer to 13 seconds, but either way, 10 timer counts, locks that card in place. Fantastic. Really, really fun. It does do it at random, which kind of sucks, but I mean, you could lock them with it. You could lock their super. Say they're Janemba. You swap in, you lock their green, and his whole plan was to counter. You say they even waste their time clicking that card that just got locked without realizing it. You know, you just click it real quick. They just wasted enough time for him to get a blast attack off, and they're not able to dodge now. It can mess people up more than you would think if you really break it down. And then, I mean, they balance the meta in this game in such a crazy way. So he balances the meta by just messing up Hybrid Saiyans. And he messes up Gohan. Like, Goten can still put a dent in him, but I mean, he can even... I mean, you can solo a hybrid team with him. If you really are knowing what you're playing, know when to take your damage, you're able to match your Rising Rush, everything. You can solo a hybrid team pretty easily if it's like Gohan, Trunks, and Goten. Not necessarily buff Trunks. It's tough with the 2 greens, but it's still doable for sure. In Cliche 101, I gotta put my boy Bardock here. And the reason I have to do it is because right whenever he came out, he was my favorite for like 3 or 4 weeks. And then I kind of was like, okay, I'm gonna try some other teams. You know, Regeneration is a lot of fun. I do like it. It's a blast. I like using Hybrid Saiyans and stuff like that. But OG Saiyans with Bardock, like say you're facing, like the most common team that I see is Bardock, It Goku, and Super Vegeta. That's the team I see the most. I mean, all you gotta do is lock in Super Vegeta, send out Gogeta, and boom. You've now knocked out one of the biggest competitions in the entire thing. Because then hopefully, like I run Janemba as my 3rd character, and then Janemba can easily solo 2 green units. Fantastic. Bardock, I can't say enough about him. He's built to be a monster. It's like every other game he's in. He's good in Xenoverse, he's good in fighters, he's literally meant to win in fighters. Like just the way that he hits, you know what I mean? It's the same thing in this game. The way that they give him his abilities, he was just meant to do a lot. They give him super high strike attack, plus the 2 strike attack cards, just pure Saiyan. Kinda wish they would give us a Super Saiyan one. We'll get one eventually, but technically Final Spirit Cannon plus 20% to special move arts power, so an additional 20%. He obviously not as good as 75 that his Extreme does, but there's a difference in power there anyway, so makes sense. Quiet Rage plus 50% to ki recovery, cancel attribute downgrades, so awesome. You just automatically get 50 ki. Great. Plus your downgrades are gone, so when he puts his headband on, his friends are dead. His friends die a lot, but that's okay. I will defeat you. This is the one that's wild. So, obviously, people see it coming. You know, if you have a blue unit and they have a Bardock, you need to get that blue unit out the second you see Bardock come in. You even got to be faster than you got to predict. Because he will lock you in and he gets an additional 40% strike damage. If you're a poor little baby Krillin, I mean, you're getting messed up. The only way as a blue unit you're living is if you're Kamikolo. Like the blue Piccolo, then you might live. Kami fuse the Piccolo, whatever else. You might live then, but it's still, he does hefty damage. Gives a nice solid, just straight strike attack. It would be busted if it was Strike and Blast, and he fits as just a strike unit, so I'm fine with it. It's a good ability. It's nice to just chuck on a team. You got Bardock there. It's great. Saiyan Trader, plus 30% to strike damage inflicted when 2 allies are down. So 2 of you guys go down and you have just Bardock left, boom, you get an additional 30% to your damage. And then say at that point you can still lock people in, you now have an additional 70% of your damage output. Strike, obviously, but still. 35% to strike damage inflicted for each downed So if you down an enemy, say they got 2 guys who are at like 5% health, right? Like next to nothing, and then they have 1 guy at full percent. So you manage to knock those 2 guys out. You are now at 140% if you have 2 downed enemies and you have pop your ability. You're now at 140% standard damage. He can put up some crazy ass numbers. Like, it's actually wild. Taking a look over at Team Saiyan. So if the Saiyan's on the team with him, plus 20% to key recovery. That's it. Just plus 20%. Not quite as good as the... no, he's better than the Extreme. My bad. So key recovery plus 20% just for having another Saiyan, which you're going to run him with Saiyans because he is a Saiyan. It can be any Saiyan under the sun. It can be Gogeta. Just saying. I'm just saying. So that's what makes him my personal favorite. I like his art more than I like a lot of people's art. You go out, still got it set as my freaking background on my phone. So it's just, he's a very, very good unit, and he's going to be a good unit for a while. I'd almost guarantee it, till the next Bardock comes out. Bardock is just, the way that Dragon Ball does it, he's just meant to win in the franchise. He's dope. He looks dope. He sounds cool. He has cool ass attacks. Like, he hits good. He's playable. Fantastic. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. You have yourself a great day. Sorry, I had to cough. You have yourself a great day. I will catch you guys in the next video. That is my top 5 favorite Sparkings. Have a good day. Deuces.